Hello, it's Daryl at 10 Foot Truck Good Attitude Services. It's November 14th. It's pretty cold outside, but yesterday was raining all day. Today it's actually got the sun out, so I came out here. I did some removals, and now I have I combined all the, I think it's 2 removals I combined into one, and I have this refrigerator. It's all taken apart. The customer was really nice enough to take it apart so you would go through the door easily. I'm just going to kind of put it back together. And just when I dispose of it, it's going to go into where they have to take the refrigerators and appliances to one area. So I figure I might as well put the doors back on, and just give it to them all in one piece. Put the shelves in there, make it easier just to dump it. Then to take the rest, I have to dump that TV. Dump the mattress, and that's it. Now the refrigerator removal, that was really good. Those are really good ones. I got paid really good on that. That was through LoadUp, and I noticed. I know some people don't really know about LoadUp as an app, but I've been using it here and there, and they're actually getting more and more jobs, and the payouts are actually really good. So this week, sorry, there's a lawnmower coming. It's really loud. It's interesting, they're still doing landscaping out there, so I hear them mowing now. So they're still cutting the lawn. It's almost in winter time, so it hasn't snowed yet, but it's supposed to snow next week. So anyway, what I was saying about the LoadUp, yeah, I noticed a lot of jobs this week coming in this week, specifically tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. So I'm going to be looking into those, and actually they're pretty decent payouts. So I think you just have to look at those jobs on the app LoadUp, and just kind of look at just like any other job if it's worth the time. Like for instance, this refrigerator. It was it was real simple to get out of the house. I mean, it was just upstairs, so I just used the appliance dolly right here. And that helps every time. So, and the fact that the customer had taken off the door, removed the doors and all the drawers to make it lighter and easier to get in, through the doorway. That was nice of them, and they even helped me get it into into the truck and all that. So they were helpful about that, getting all the stuff in. So it went really smooth, and they even gave me was it $20 tip in the app and then $15 cash, so $35 tip. It was really easy. It went smooth. It wasn't that far from here, so the gas, wasn't that it wasn't a lot of gas money. It was pretty close. So I like those little single, one-off items: couch removals, refrigerator, appliance removals, mattress removals, these kind of things. And they have a lot of those through LoadUp. In fact, they have a couple mattress removals coming up. And I saw several mattress removals, and then one, I think it was a garage clean out. So probably doing those this weekend, hopefully at least one of them. So it's not too bad. I mean, sometimes you have to use these. You don't have to, but sometimes it's good to have these. At least for me, I have these apps on your phone, and just in case when things get slow, like. They have the marketing ability that I don't have. Of course, they have. God, this is loud. Sorry about that. I should have come on to the video at a different time. I didn't realize the landscape was going to be out here. I don't really expect landscapers to be out in this kind of weather. Well, it's not. Yesterday, I guess because yesterday was raining, so they had to come out today. But it's still cold out though. But of course, landscapers here, they have to make sure they get all their work in. Now it's like, blowing leaves, raking leaves, clean up that, stuff like that, and doing their final cleanups, because then when it snows, they have to go into snow removal, because here we're not like Florida or California where you can do landscaping all year round. Here, the landscaping here, I think, ends. I'm thinking around now. I would think probably around now or mid maybe early December. So they get all their work in, make their money, and then they usually transfer over to snow plowing and snow removal, which I've noticed that. So they're getting their last last mowing and cleanup, mainly leaf cleanup. All the leaves are all over. I don't mind. I leave the leaves on my yard. I don't really care about that, but some of the businesses, they have to keep it clean, so they're doing those business contracts. So back to just like in junk removal, it's at least for me, it slows down in the wintertime. The weather's different here. It snows a lot. It gets very cold. People don't tend to hire as much for junk. Not that they don't, but it just becomes less and less. So it becomes more competitive. Sorry, I hope you can hear me. So it becomes more competitive around this time. Like, all the junk removal people are, like I was on Nextdoor yesterday. Well, that was another thing I wanted to talk to. I really never paid too much attention to Nextdoor, the Nextdoor app. Yesterday I was on there and I was just kind of scrolling through, I don't know if you guys have the Nextdoor app, which is it's a neighborhood app, kind of just talks about things in your area, your neighborhood. And sometimes people post, they need certain services and they'll post up there, looking for something, a painter, or looking for electrician or a plumber. Well, yesterday I happened to be on there. I hadn't been on there in a long time, and the first thing I see is someone is posting, does anybody do junk removal? I'm looking for someone to do junk removal. They had stuff that they had to be, I think it was a bedroom set or something, had to be removed. And I'm like, oh great. So I just basically took a link of my Google My Business, the link from that, and put it on the, I hope that's worked. Put the link on there underneath, on their comment section. And I noticed a lot of junk removal companies were posting, and we're talking fairly large junk removal companies out here, like the ones that are established, were posting underneath this request, or this post on Nextdoor. So I'm like, wow, yeah. So it is getting competitive, because I'm noticing on Craigslist, some well-established companies out here who've been, are posting on Craigslist. So there's some fierce competition during this time of year. So you got to go to all the avenues. So I'm gonna keep an eye on Nextdoor. I'm trying to post more on Craigslist. I don't post a lot on there. I tend to do about $50 a month on Craigslist, which isn't much. Should probably post more on there. It's $5 an ad. And then I'm using LoadUp. Like I said, LoadUp, they have the ads. I mean, they have the jobs. I see them all the time. I look on the app. They I put my notification on there. They notify me of all the jobs. And I just look for ones that I feel they're fair. Of course, they're going to get their cut. I mean, they're the ones that are doing the marketing. They're the ones that run the website, do the customer service, do all that stuff. So I don't expect to get everything that from the job. Of course, they have to get their percentage. Some people may not like the fact that's the way it works, and they want to get all the money. Well, they're going to have to do all the marketing themselves. So I appreciate that those apps are out there for us to use, and so I do occasionally do those jobs on those apps. I'll probably do another one. This is one here, and that was a great experience. So far, I haven't done a lot of jobs on there, but over the years I've done enough to know about it. So sometimes I do. Some years I do more than others on those apps, but this year I haven't done a lot. But I think I'm going to do some more in November, because it seems like it's it's going to be a little bit more beneficial for me in November using that app, since it is getting competitive. And I can't think of There was one time that when I first started that I didn't understand how to use the app, and I was confused. I didn't communicate with the customer immediately, and I was actually supposed to pick up the item in another. It was in another area, so, and it was really too far, so the job had to be canceled, because it was something to do with the way the app worked. It was miscommunication, and that was the only time I ever had any issues with the jobs that they post up there. Sometimes I notice, like, there's one up there I'm looking at, and it looks like a decent job, but I just would rather see more information. Sometimes I'd rather see a picture, and sometimes they will post pictures up there of the stuff to make a better educated guess on how that, because I mean, the best way to do it is to be able to go to the job and do the estimate up close and look at the things. But I understand they have to do photos when they're using those apps, or they have to do descriptions. And so some of the bigger jobs, it looks a little bit confusing. It's like some of the bigger jobs I wasn't quite clear on if it was going to fit it, because I have a smaller truck. My truck is one of the smallest box trucks you can get. It's So I'm limited. So when I look at a big job, they offer a lot of these bigger jobs that are like full clean outs that, you know, when I'm looking at my truck and going, you know what, that's going to take multiple trips, and sometimes it's not going to work that way. So, you know, without knowing, you know, really going there and looking at the actual items. So a lot of those I don't do. Most of them are just one-off items like a mattress, a refrigerator, appliances, sports equipment, televisions. What else? Most of the jobs I've done on that app have been mattresses, appliances, TVs, sports equipment. I mean, like gym stuff. What else have I done on there? Oh, I did. I think a garage clean out. I'm not sure if I did it. I'm trying to remember because it's been a long. I've done a lot of appliances, stoves and things like that. Let's see. I know there was something else. I think a bedroom set. I think they had those. God, I can't think of everything because it's been a long time. But yeah, I try to do the smaller ones on there so that I know, because I'm just looking at the information on the app. I'm not looking at the pictures. I'm not down there. I mean, I'll look at pictures, but I'm not actually down at the house doing an estimate where I can see everything. And with a smaller truck like I have to really know the information when it comes to a bigger job, because I don't want to have to take too long. If I want to take a bunch of trips, I want to make sure the transfer station is fairly close, so I'm not wasting a bunch of money on gas. Ideally, if I was going to do a bigger job, I would rent a bigger truck. So I want to know if I have to rent a bigger truck, you know, and that's another cost on top of that. So I kind of just stick to the smaller jobs until I get another vehicle, which I think I like the smaller truck. I like I can park anywhere. I don't have a lot of problems backing in and moving out. So I enjoy that. So I really haven't done a lot of big jobs. Mostly the biggest jobs I've done has been like a garage clean out to storage clean out. So I haven't done like a whole house clean out. I've done a lot of moving jobs where I had to rent a bigger truck and do full house moves. But as far as junk removal, no, I've done that. So I kind of I'm more selective than since I do moving and delivery and other things. I'm more selective when it comes to it, at least for now. But I know if I did get a bigger job, I probably would just go ahead and rent a big 26-foot U-Haul or something like that with a lift gate, make it easy on me, and instead of having to do all these multiple trips with no lift gate on here. In fact, that was the one thing the customer asked: "You have a lift gate on there?" It's like, no, unfortunately, these trucks don't have lift gates. They don't even have a ramp. I need to get a portable ramp to make it easier, but so that's the way it is. So I'm just gonna take this refrigerator out and kind of just look around, see if I'm kind of curious to see if this is the standard refrigerator, because I have it on its side, but if it stands up in here. The problem with this truck here is this door. Look at this door. It creates this whole gap right here, which lowers the capacity of height. Whereas see here, the height is, see how tall I am? The height here is, I'm like 5'11". This is over 6 feet here, up to here. So you can put things up like a refrigerator, a taller refrigerator here, but it's hard to get in with this door. This roll-up door takes up a lot of space, so that's the issue here, is like this thing here. So anyway, I think I'm just gonna work on that. Maybe I'll put the phone here. I see a paper here. I'm tired of holding the damn thing. Will it do that? Will it hang like that? Let's see if it works. So let's get this refrigerator out and work on it. It's just I don't really need to do this. I could probably just take it to a place like this, but I'm just kind of curious about it. I've got nothing better to do today, so let's see. It was raining heavy yesterday, and it was just pouring rain. For this area, it doesn't really rain a lot out here. It mostly just snows, but we got a lot of rain on here. We're not like Western Washington on the other side of the Cascades. It rains a ton over there when I lived over there. Here, it's more snow than rain. I think maybe the hardware might not. Probably don't have the screws for this. I might not work. I'll put the hardware in there. I remember one time I had to take one of these refrigerators. It was a huge refrigerator with the ice machine and all that. And, I had to take everything off it and the electronics because it was run. It had a display, so it had display and like electronic display on it. So it was more of a high tech fridge. I had to unplug everything, take all the doors on that one. I remember that was kind of a pain. Sometimes they're just too big to. For the most part, you can get them through the door. Just this one time, I had to take the doors off of it, and that's probably why they took this one off, because they had problems with it when it's probably a little wider than your average fridge, so they probably had problems. So they had to take the hardware off and everything. I don't know if they left the screws here, so I might not be able to screw the door on. They might have thrown those out. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna look at it anyway. Tray there. This thing's pretty heavy. I don't know if it's worth it. I'd better just do. Let's see. Oh, it's got a heavy glass shelf too. Those are weight too. Look at that. Let's see the. We might just leave it like this because, she told me that I know a guy who takes appliances and he'll take them and fix them and turn them around, and I guess he can recycle them. So I thought about calling him, but she told me that the compressor was bad. It went out, so probably not really worth it. Like if the compressor is still working, you could probably just turn it around like that, but I'm not going to call him on this one. I'm just going to get rid of it. That's a bigger refrigerator than I thought it would be. That's I can see why it was so heavy. I was like, man, it's not your standard apartment or your regular just refrigerator. That's a big one. So, and I don't see the hardware for that, so I'm just gonna leave it like that and just get rid of it like that. stop at Hardware and with that, see what happens. Bottom door. Alright, well, there's the screws and stuff aren't in there, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna put it back in the truck like that. And instead of putting all that stuff in there, makes no sense. Might as well just dump it off like that. They're probably not gonna be able to do anything with it as far as rebuilding it. Doesn't seem like it. Anyway, that's about it. This is Daryl at 10 Foot Truck Good Attitude Services. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend and get some good jobs.